It's difficult to come up with video topics to chat about, so I am going to be a tad bit bitchy/nitpicky about something that has been annoying me lately. As a kid I loved fashion games, and I am low-key interested in Roblox's Dress to Impress game. The problem is you have to download Roblox first, and given the state of my laptop already, I do not need another thing bogging it down for just one game I'm 94% certain I will lose interest in. I miss dress-up games. They used to be so creative when I was a kid. I know we have Picru now, but that does not have the same feel or function of dress-up games I used to play in the 2010s. Unlike Picru, old dress-up games had background music and little quirks or mini-games that made each game feel different from the other. I know Doll Divine is still around, it's an amazing website, but I do wish it had fresh material instead of the same old type of game. If it wasn't so damn difficult learning to code, I would have created my own line of dress-up games already. What I loved most about dress-up games is how you can make an OC with them, and having limited customization made it easier to narrow down the type of look I wanted for my OCs. I used to love themed dress-up games very much. I love the steampunk ones. It makes me sad it's not as popular as a subculture now, so it is hard to find fresh games with that style. There was this one horror-based dress-up game from as far back as 2013. It was called The Cradle and it had a prologue about an old haunted mental hospital, and then you got to dress up a character for it. In 2018 there was this game called Love Nikki Dress Up Game, but I wound up disliking it because it got super hard and difficult to progress in the story, and the fashion system was based on how many points a particular article of clothing had and if it kept within certain guidelines, for example a formal dress for a formal theme. So, it got really easy to cheese some competitions because it did not matter how good something looked together if you could cobble together the highest point clothes within the guidelines. Then you didn't really have a chance to customize said clothing as far as I can remember. It's been many years since I last played it. I know it used to lag my phone like nuts. There was this other fashion game I loved as a kid, where you had an active designer role in the clothing you could purchase via points/money you could win in-game by completing challenges. Satisfaction, I believe the name was. I feel like that could be a great thing to add into fashion games again. And I know people will complain about how a few bad people will ruin the fun for everyone else by making rude/vulgar clothing, but honestly I would not care. Also, we need more fashion games centered around different body types and other genders. The few male-centered ones I did find all were too similar looking and they had boring, bland styles for the men. Why not a dress-up game where a man could wear feminine clothing for once? I wish there was a way to commission video game makers for these kinds of things. Just find yourself a computer programming whiz who could code a dress-up game. It's almost 9 p.m. and I am tired, so enjoy the rest of this art video. Please leave me ideas down below for what sort of topics I can cover next.